Welcome to this video, you guys. Today we're making my favorite food, as you can see, pizza. All right, let's go. Okay, so we're gonna get started with the pizza crust. First things first. Actually, 2 pizza crusts, because we're making 2 pizzas. Okay, so I got these at Walmart. They're like $2 or so for a can. Then I'm going to take some garlic powder, some black pepper, some parsley, some onion, some salt, some basil, and Italian seasoning, and oregano. And then we got frozen peppers. And you can't see it on camera, but I have some cooked boneless chicken breasts in that glass container that's cut off. Some white mushrooms, some Montreal and Colby Jack cheese, and then some mozzarella cheese. And one piece is going to be all veggie pizza, and then one piece is going to have chicken on it. And then we got some spinach and some sauce. So for the sauce, I mixed 1 can of diced tomatoes and then this sauce together, and it's mixed up in the can already. But that's a can of diced tomatoes, a small can. Don't get a big old can. A small can diced tomatoes and some of this sauce. And mix it up in a bowl, and you're going to put seasoning in and everything. So, okay. Next, we got our pan, and we're going to go ahead and preheat the oven. And then we're going to wrap the pan in foil. I like to do this because it's easier to me to clean the pans afterwards. And it just makes life easier. I folded my foil in the larger pan because I didn't have 2 of the same size. So I wanted the pizzas to be about the same size. You don't have to do that, though. You can just skip that step, especially if you don't foil. You're definitely not doing that. I wanna hear that. Okay, so next we're going to go ahead and grease the pan. I just take some butter and I rub it all over the pan. And this is so that the pizza doesn't stick to the foil. And it's very annoying when pizza sticks to foil. So even if you don't use the foil, it's just annoying when it sticks to things. So grease your actual pan. Then don't even put any of it. Don't worry.
be standing on the sofa, telling me she too drunk to drive back to Boca, grinding on the mean like she dancing the soca.
All right, 15 minutes, and then we're out.
Nice slow, eat it up, eat it up. Nice slow, nice slow, nice slow, nice slow.
All right, now it's time to cut them, and then we're all through, you guys. I hope everybody liked this video, and if you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I have some more stuff coming soon. I've just been really slow on the editing. All right, till next time. Bye.
Another drink, a smoke another blunt, a get up in your vibe, cause the whole wanna fuck. This is my number, you can text me, you and your friend. Bust it on your best day, let me see you get it in. Yeah, yeah. Nice slow, nice slow.